welcome to Euromonitor International's podcast series discussing hot topics and global trends in industries, economies, and consumers. I'm Chloe, Senior Analyst in Beauty and Fashion, and I'm joined today by Lucas Pinto, Drinks and Tobacco Senior Analyst.
Hi, Chloe. Nice to join you today.
Hi, Lucas. Well, today's episode is part of a series we have recently started that explores how the 2020s are increasingly seeing the emergence of megatensions rather than megatrends, contradictions defining consumer behavior and company response in Western Europe. In the aftermath of COVID-19 lockdowns, many parts of the world have been characterized by stark tensions and contradictions. Behavioral tensions and responses range from empathy and a growing sense of community to a me-first attitude of self-interest, from risk aversion to compulsive behavior, from cautious spending and a more is less approach to consumption to indulgent spending and comfort clutter. These choices and behaviors vary from individual to individual. However, what is more interesting is that we see consumers engaging with both sides of the trend, for example, being risk averse in their health behaviors, but throwing caution to the wind when it comes to spending and investment.
The previous episodes in the series, available on our website, look at digital fatigue in a period of digital reliance and sustainability in fashion in an age of overconsumption. Today, we are going to focus on how energy boosting and relaxation coexist across drinks, beauty, vitamins and dietary supplements, and cannabis. Chloe, I'll hand over to you to start the discussion and look deeper into why 2020 and 2021 have been pivotal years for both aspects of this trend.
Thank you, Lucas. Well, lately we have seen the rise of two emerging needs. On one side, the desire for a healthier well-being led many people to seek for alternatives that would make them feel calmer and more relaxed from all the tension that has been going on. But on the other, there's also been a stronger need for resources that would boost one's energy, make one more active, focused, and attentive, also as a means to release this tension that has been omnipresent.
Absolutely, and the evolution of these two poles has been reflected across categories in soft drinks and hot drinks, but also in other industries such as cannabis, tobacco, and consumer health. But let's start on the energy side first. In soft drinks, for instance, interestingly, the two categories that have expanded the most in the last 5 years in Western Europe were RTD coffee and energy drinks, with both showing double-digit CAGR growth in the off-trade in the last 5 years, without mentioning the positive sales of coffee, particularly fresh ground coffee pots. And it is curious to see that despite people being more health conscious and having more time to educate themselves about what they are consuming, due to spending more time at home, for instance, caffeine is something that consumers do not want to abdicate. As seen in Euromonitor's Health and Nutrition survey, around 2/3 of respondents said that they are not trying to quit or reduce their caffeine consumption.
And there's also been a way other than coffee for consumers to get energy. For instance, we've also seen a similar focus on energy and vitamins and dietary supplements during the pandemic, with Western Europe's volumes of vitamins jumping by 22% from 2019 to 2021 as a result of consumers' ongoing focus on immune health. And while the focus was primarily on immunity, vitamins, and by extension energy, was seen as a way to avoid falling sick and catching the virus. Euromonitor's dietary supplement data shows that those positioned towards energy grew from $563 million to $613 million in 2020, while continuing to grow in 2021, but echoing trends seen in drinks.
And the higher demand for vitamins-based products is resulting in a competition across categories that weren't initially direct competitors. For instance, now you can have an energizing juice with vitamin B and guarana infusion to be consumed during breakfast, or a functional bottled water with added magnesium and zinc to help consumers focus their mind. And in some situations, you can even have a nicotine pouch with added vitamins. So this is resulting in a new competition between soft drinks, vitamins and dietary supplements, and potentially other emerging products as well, such as nicotine pouches. And interestingly, some of these categories that I've just mentioned do not have energy boosting as their primary functionality.
But it's fascinating to see that while demand for energy boosting products is on the rise, we simultaneously see an increase in calming and relaxation focused products in the same categories. As a result, we've seen more and more people increasingly on the hunt for products that would help them in this quest for relaxation. As energy positioned dietary supplements saw sales growth in 2020 and 2021, so did those products positioned for mood and relaxing. But the same way we've noticed more people cozying up in their homes, many have invested in candles, room sprays, and pillow mists to both relax and improve their sleep. And in that same light, we have also seen an increase of 17% in sales value for sleep aids across Western Europe in 2021 versus pre-pandemic in 2019. However, this time more than cozying up, we see that the increase in sleep aid sale is also a result of the pandemic. I mean, certainly the proliferation of electronics is increasing consumers' exposure to blue wavelengths, especially after sundown, thereby suppressing the secretion of melatonin and disrupting sleep, boosting the need for sleep aid on a general basis. But the pandemic truly gave a boost to the category as it continued to generate stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights for many in 2021. And this notably translated into more than a quarter of the UK population declaring that their sleeping problems had a severe impact on their current health, according to Euromonitor's International Voice of the Consumer Health and Nutrition Survey, which was fielded in 2021. And that was a notable jump from the 20.5% recorded in 2019. In addition, the percentage of the UK population being extremely concerned about their lack of sleep also increased over the same period. As a result, an increasing number of consumers turned to sleep aids to help them overcome their sleeping problems.
That's interesting. And similarly, soft drinks also came as an option on these relaxation end. There have been a few interesting products with different ingredients emerging, such as OHMG's Waters in the UK that aims to reduce anxiety and aid relaxation with magnesium enriched drinks, or Slow Cow in Scandinavia that is sparkling water with some botanical ingredients such as chamomile, valerian, passiflora, amongst others, all seeking to reduce stress. And interestingly, the brand is positioned as an energy drink, so to be consumed in busy working hours, before exams, after physical activities, or in the evening. So similarly to what we've seen on the energy side, these specific occasions are also being explored on the relaxation side. So it is not merely a drink to make someone relax, but there's a particular time and moment for it.
Actually, if we circle back to relaxing drinks, as you were mentioning earlier, CBD beverages in Western Europe have more than doubled from 2019 to 2021, jumping from 24 to 52 million euros, with that figure rising to 131 million in 2026. But more generally, we see the whole CBD market gaining traction thanks to its credible claim for relaxation and mental clarity. And indeed, besides CBD normalizing across the region, those 12 to 18 months away from our normal habits with the pandemic created space for experimentation with newer, non-traditional products, often in an at-home rather than on-trade environment.
Exactly. And well, I think the question to answer now is, will this continue in the following years? Honestly, I guess there are different ways to answer this. So firstly, I think these two opposing trends will continue to a certain extent, but I think there's more to emerge from that. We've been seeing different products and brands not only providing energy boosting or relaxation, but instead aiming to impact people's moods and feelings. I guess it will be more common for brands to explore these need states instead of the functionality itself. I also think consumers will continue to strengthen their need for products that will offer a holistic approach somehow. So instead of wanting something that will give them a specific benefit, they're likely to prioritize products that will support their well-being in a more complete way. And this will also come as an opportunity for new ingredients to be explored, predominantly natural and healthier ones. And changes might not only come on the ingredient side, but on packaging too. Different formats are likely to increase their popularity. A good example is the emergence of the shot formats that are now commonly seen in soft drinks and that give consumers a sensation that a sort of medicine is being taken. However, with a range of ingredients being added to different products, it is also possible that it will become more difficult for brands to use functionality as a strategy to differentiate themselves. For instance, a few years ago, it was not as common to see soft drinks with added ingredients, whereas now it is hard to see a drink that does not have something added to it. I think this can create a sort of homogeneity across different categories and can make the addition of different functionalities something common or expected. I think it will be quite interesting to see how brands will react to this particular issue.
And on that note, I wonder if those multifunctional, different format drinks will increasingly compete with VDS to the detriment of BDSs. Will consumers take on a holistic view of biohacking and adapt their body to work in relaxation modes? Will this include multiple industries? More generally, the focus around health outcomes during COVID-19 has indeed forced many consumers to reconceptualize and reprioritize their health, surfacing long undertreated conditions like mental health through the lens of stress relief, nutrition, energy, and sleep. More than ever before, consumers are identifying mental health as a central consideration when evaluating their health. The implication here is that consumers are demanding products, services, and technology to improve their daily stress in lieu of more structural and systemic changes to their lifestyles. This notably comes from consumers looking for extra energy through drinks or vitamins, to a shift towards relaxation thanks to ambiance creation, comestibles, and medicine. Given the broadness of this request, enterprising companies from across consumer goods, wearables, and analytics, and a whole range of service and lifestyle offerings are and will continue to partner and compete to drive consumer interest in this increasingly dynamic space.
All right. Well, I think we've seen that 2020 and 2021 have really uprooted business and consumer priorities alike. As life slowed down for prolonged periods of time, it's brought about significant shifts in the mindset of consumers that are here to stay. Thank you all for listening to this podcast. Watch this space for more inspiring talks from our worldwide network of industry experts. And remember, you can find all our multimedia, including videos, podcasts, articles on our website at euromonitor.com/insights.